Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll run on first down. Sherwood. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 88 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Sacked.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jones' pass incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, Ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want... And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield.
The ball carried by the running back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Sherwood. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
A 7-yard loss.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
The pass.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run out and catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive, how about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carried by number.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
By number 22. The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks and running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
The pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an Offense is spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Gets him a couple up to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Brandon, unless my eyes... deceive me. I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive. Yeah, opening drive. It's a Tones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Brings up second and
the numbers for him from a week ago. 23 carries, 110 yards in the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 14. Midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It leads to 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 19 yards away as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Rams take over, 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To his right. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
By number 33.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Now a handoff looking right. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The running back. Again, the ball.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string them.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. They didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
This throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
49-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket, for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. That pick 6. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, it's a rare peak in a season of valleys as they move to
today. It's Madden NFL Football. It's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Line of scrimmage. No game.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen's throw is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Allen's pass intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A gain of 11 on
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. 2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside.
The pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3. Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3. Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball. Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done. One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover. Big thanks to the defense.
At the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Allen's pass. Incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
3rd and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
The quarterback sack.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
in stride. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got
to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The running tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 6 yards away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throwing left side, it's complete.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And can you believe it? He misses another one. His 3rd so far. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Los Angeles, the win means they'll finish in double digits.
Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, Snell looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Weaver. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. Snell. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To throw on 2nd down. Snell. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Complete.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's good.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 1st down, Snell. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 24. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Sacked back at the 24.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Gun now on third down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records. But there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Rams 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Snell. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Snell, and this is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a handoff looking right. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
For the running back.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's a 1st down throw. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The running back, again,
that 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
third down. He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snell. That one is caught by Hunt. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit. We get the running game going back inside.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
32-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The crossbar bounces back out. He had it online, but it come due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Joey Slye.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete.
The pass.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A 5-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The running back.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Second and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Snell. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. here with Hunt. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, he shoves himself free. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
a 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Snell, wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now Cooper, slow to get up, staying down after that last play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And 6 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
And 9 at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Snell. Incomplete.
Snell's pass incomplete on the throwaway.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Snell throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to number 83.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw and a quick slant going to be complete. Touchdown, New Orleans! And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And some space here. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody. You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.